Right. Apparently we are live, although I've reset my router and I've got like very little signal strength on my indicator in the top corner, which is weird. So, please, if you are watching this live, can you let me know? Tell me what the signal's like and all of that. Hello there, everybody. It is Talking Con, cup of tea with Englishman in San Diego, and we are not that far to go, are we? 16 days to San Diego Comic-Con. No traditional countdown because it's kind of an impromptu thing, and I'll explain what we're going to be doing with the kind of coverage what I'm going to be doing throughout the course of the next couple of weeks as we get live into it. But yes, it's not Sunday, and we're going to be doing this every single day by the looks of things, because good God, the info is coming out of San Diego thick and fast, which is the way we like it. Thank you very much indeed to Woody King Pickle 1. Gonna miss you at San Diego this year. I'm gonna miss you guys, I really am. Especially if a panel which may happen, which we're going to talk about on the show, is going to happen. If that, let's just, I could feel very bitter about missing this year if a certain panel happens and I miss it. But we'll talk about that about now. Let's get into it, shall we? Hello there, everybody, and welcome along to Talking Con, a cup of tea with Englishman in San Diego. My name is Leonard Sultana. No cup of tea because it's all about hydrating. It's a lovely day here in the UK, wherever you are. Hopefully you're having a good day as well. Certainly if you're on the West Coast, 10 a.m., so hopefully you're easing into your day. If you're on the East Coast, mid-afternoon, hopefully it's nicely warming up for you, and hopefully you're just getting nicely into your day. But hopefully you are taking in all of the San Diego Comic-Con news, which is what we're going to be talking about here on today's show. First up, I do want to say thank you very much indeed to everybody who joined us on the Sunday show. We usually do these on a Sunday, and we do this every week. However, as we get closer to San Diego Comic-Con, and with 16 days and counting, it looks like we are going to be going 7 days a week. Now, these are going to be slightly shorter shows. They're going to be more like half-an-hour little bite-sized nuggets, headlines for the day. But also we're going to be covering as much as we can of your interest. So please dive into the Q&A box over here on the left-hand side if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on Facebook, you put a comment in, it will show up in my feed. So please do let us know. In fact, I think now you can actually present comments on stage. If I press that button, apparently the comments come up on the right-hand side of the screen, which would be nice. So at least then everyone can kind of see what's going on. But we've got ourselves Chuck Cook saying good morning from sunny San Diego. Hello there, Chuck. Thank you very much indeed for giving us an update. What's the temperatures like? Is it nicely toasty, or are we getting into the summer heat at this point? And Andrew Dickinson is saying, is it the as usual for the Thursday for the announcement for the. I kind of vanished there for a second, didn't I? That might be down the internet. Let me know what the connection's like. Keep me informed as if we are actually live. But yes, that is the general idea. It is going to be Thursday for Thursday, Friday for Friday, etc. 2 weeks out from San Diego Comic-Con, we are going to be getting panel details. That being said, we are getting info already from those stragglers that are not too bothered about CCI and their pesky release schedule, because they're big enough and they're important enough to announce their own panels at their own time. So we'll get into that into a second. But thank you very much indeed for joining us, everyone. Let us know where you're watching, and of course, just let us, keep us up to date with where you are. Something that we are doing, however, and I just want to quickly dive into this one because we did it on Sunday as well, and we're doing it for Blue Sky followers, which means we've got ourselves some free Superman Fandango cinema codes, which means we can give you the chance to go and see Superman this weekend on us, basically. There is a slight caveat. It is US only, unfortunately. And also, it is actually a Fandango code. So it's everything up to $15, which if you are going to a cinema screening, which happens to be about $15, you're getting it for free. But everything else over that, unfortunately, you have to pay for yourself. But it's still a Fandango code for Superman. So there we go. But what we're looking for are Blue Sky followers. If you head to Blue Sky and if you post a story, a memory, a video, or a picture, basically of your fandom, we are looking for superstar and Superman fans. Okay, so if you head to Blue Sky, you have to follow us. You have to use the hashtag Superman AEISD, an Englishman in San Diego. Superman AEISD. Okay, just share your favorite ideas, memories of Superman. Maybe you went to see Christopher Reeve back in the day in the cinema. Maybe you are a Zack Snyder, but that's when you came in. Maybe Superman and Lois, the New Adventures of Superman. However you got into Superman, maybe it's the comics. I hope it's the comics, quite frankly. Maybe you have a favorite comic idea. I mean, for example, yesterday I shared my love of Superman when it comes to a towel, which I've owned since single digits, which hasn't lost its colors, quite frankly. I really should dig that out, and I'll probably show that tomorrow. But basically, up to 5 p.m. on Wednesday Pacific time, we are looking for this hashtag, Superman AEISD, and we're looking for your favorite Superman memories. What makes you a Superman super fan? Okay. Stick your memories and your bits and pieces, video, photos, whatever shines your love of the Man of Steel. But you have to follow us as well. That's on Blue Sky. So please, Superman AEISD. Right, comments are coming in. So here we go. We've got Into the Blue Mist. Hello from a spectacularly sunny Wales. It's glorious here in Yorkshire as well. Chuck Cook is giving us that update. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So 22. That's about 2 degrees higher than what it is here. I'm all right with that. High of 25. Okay, yeah, now we're talking California temperatures. I can live with that. And Veronica's watching as well. Hello there, Veronica, here in Los Angeles. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and indeed jump in with your comments, and we'll share where you are. Right, so let's dive straight into the news. Of course, we had ourselves the announcement from San Diego Comic-Con last night for here in the UK, so at the back end of the day for everyone else, we had the announcements that we are, we have the exclusive portal open for San Diego Comic-Con, which is your ability to get your hands on some really fine exclusive merch and signings and company kind of agreements and all sorts of things, bits and pieces with all sorts of companies. The way it works, of course, is you are allocated a certain amount of points, which you can then load onto a company or to a day in an attempt to kind of get as many of those points as possible onto, say, for example, you're a Funko fan, you're going to put all your points onto the Funko slots and really kind of like game it in that regard. Maybe you are wanting to get yourself a signing and you're really a big fan of a certain element a certain person is going to be showing up. That you can also kind of showcase as well, because you can put all your points on there. Now, I will say, and a bit of advice, because what we usually advise for those that have been going for a while, don't go into it just yet and go into your exclusives portal and start throwing points left, right, and center. These are the first run. These are the first kind of announcements for the signings, the partner companies. They are not the final layout. We may get some more signings. We may get some more panels announced over the course of the next week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we may be getting all sorts of people that are officially coming to San Diego Comic-Con, and they may get signing attentions as well. Once you have submitted your exclusive portal points, you can't pull those back. You can't change your mind. In other words, hang fire. Best thing to do, keep an idea or a list of what's going on in terms of the exclusives. Have a think about who you would like to put your points against, certainly when it comes to your signings, but give it until about a day or so, maybe 2 days before the actual exclusive portal closes. If you do it the day before, everyone's doing it obviously on the last day, so it can get a little bit bogged down. Maybe a couple of days before, but just hang fire, because for right now, we may have some more panels on the way and more screenings. So we have the partner companies, which are Bandai Tamashii Nations, are going to be boothing at 3329, Fantasy Fight Games at 2913E, Funko at 5341, taking over that back corner, of course. Jazzwares, always a fine selection of fun and games over there at 5313, Mattel at 2945, Potmart at 134, and UCC Distributing at 5613. We will be seeing the exclusives points being able to be loaded onto those companies in your exclusives portal. But we do have ourselves signings already. Let me just shrink that down so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go, so everyone could see. So, in fact, that's the Friday. Let's pull up Thursday first. So, these are signing opportunities that you can put your points towards, and you can get the opportunity to meet the likes of the cast of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, WW Fanny panel meet and greet. You've got Scott Snyder and Josh Williamson, Jim Lee, Brian Lee O'Malley, and NCIS Tony and Ziva, which means always a good indicator as well that when you have the talent available for these particular signings, it means that we're also maybe seeing a panel for these particular talents. When on the likes of Tony and Ziva, more than likely you are going to be seeing them in Ballroom 20 for their new spin-off for NCIS. Please tell me it's not called NCIS Tony and Ziva. That would be a truly terrible name for a television show, but that's what they're saying. But 5:30 till 6:30 in the evening, it's very possible then that you're going to be getting a late afternoon panel from them in Ballroom 20, perhaps. But you also have WWE. They will maybe in 7 ABC, maybe in Ballroom 20, maybe in Indigo. And of course, you've got Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's possibly a Ballroom 21 as well. All the television-heavy panels usually living in Ballroom 20. But that gives you an idea of some of the panels that you may be seeing. Andrew Dickinson, Mattel is not in the portal through this year, as is the Tobit. Okay. When does it close after the panels reveal? Not used in a while. It's, I believe, 3 days before. I believe it's on the weekend prior to San Diego Comic-Con. That's when they close. But I will get some more information about that. If anyone else has more information, I've got it up in a window, but I'm just going through the announcements for the signings so far. So that's Thursday. If we then go into Friday, again, these will give us a bit of an indication for who we can see on panels. Plenty of animation ones. So we've got ourselves the likes of Phineas and Ferb, but you've got Monster High, you've got Solar Opposites, King of the Hill, that kind of jazz. So you may have some talent on stage in the likes of Hallroom in Indigo or Ballroom 20, giving us a bit of an animation session. You get those on a Saturday. So, but this is interesting that, but this looks more like the Nickelodeon kind of vibe. So, yes, but certainly the highlights, I think, for the live action stuff that you can see on, say, the likes of Hall H and Ballroom 20. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, of course, you'll get the cast and crew of that, showcasing the Walking Dead, are big fans and big friends of San Diego Comic-Con. But for me, the one that absolutely stands out is there at 3:05 and 3:40, which gives an idea that you're going to be seeing a mid-afternoon panel. Ballroom 20 or Hall H, it is going to be, of course, a showcase for Alien Earth, which is the new Hulu and FX series that's coming shortly. So, yeah, that's going to be a big one as well. But, of course, you have the likes of Outlander and Outlander Blood of My Blood, autographic signing with cast and creators. So you're going to be getting an Outlander panel as well. Very popular show. All of those are going to be very big when it comes to getting into those rooms. It's just when they're going to happen. I mean, Walking Dead, you're looking, I'm trying to look around my camera, 11:30 till 12:30. Well, whether that's going to be taking place prior to the panel, but we may be seeing an early doors first thing on Friday morning. We may be seeing a Walking Dead block. So we may be seeing the likes of some of the spin-off shows and Daryl Dixon before they go off and do their signings. But I think, like I say, the big panel there when it comes to what we've seen so far, Alien Earth, people are very excited about that show. Andrew Dixon, Alien, is the one thing I want to see. It doesn't seem a year since Romulus, right? It does seem like it's barreled along nicely. Some other great talent on there that's getting signed. Jim Lee, Tom King, Bill Everly, and Matthias Lopez. I can imagine that DC panel, the Tom Lee, Tom King, that I can imagine maybe something to do with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. But at the end of the day, if you are a Supergirl fan and you've got your hardcover or a couple of issue ones, that 4 o'clock, 4:45, maybe a signing that you want to get your points against when it comes to the exclusives. And then we have our Saturday for now, which is, let me just move that out of the way so I can see what's going on. Right, American Dad. No, here we go. This is the kind of thing we expect in Ballroom 20. So your Futurama, your Simpsons. Now, a panel which somebody on Reddit was asking is going to be happening, and it looks like we're going to be seeing this either in, I think this is going to be a Hall H one because it's been picked up by an independent off the back of the tax loss write-off by Fox. Coyote versus Acme. It is a signing that's going to happen between 11:30 and 12:30. So we're going to be seeing the cast of that on a panel. I think that's going to be a Hall H one, and it's very possible it's going to be first out the gate. So you never know. First thing on Saturday morning, we may be seeing that Coyote versus Acme panel. Admittedly, it's looking like it's everybody else is piling out of their panels. So American Dad, the first thing, Bob's Burgers, Simpsons, as soon as they're done with their panels up on the stage in Ballroom 20, straight over to the upstairs into the signing area. And that's what you're looking for on Saturday. That's quite impressive indeed. Spartacus, House of Asher, autograph signing with cast and creator as well. Yeah, some great talent when it comes to Brian Lee O'Malley is just signing the backs of envelopes by looks things. He's got plenty of opportunities for your Scott Pilgrim fans to say hi, or even Snot Girl, if you're a Snot Girl fan. Yeah, interesting to see Matt Fraction back at San Diego as well. Hopefully we'll see Kelly Sue DeConnick as well. Unusual for one to not go without the other. But yes, Coyote versus Acme is the big one on that if you are wanting to get your signature with the cast, which, of course, if you've seen the news regarding Coyote versus Acme, it is a big deal. So there we go. What else we got when it comes to the exclusives? We have got one or two things in terms of the shared retail exclusives. So these are maybe things that you want to pick up when it comes to Funko. Box Lunch, Entertainment Earth, Hot Topic, GameStop, Target, and a couple of show only from Funko.com. And you also have EA Games, My Pops, California, and Walmart as well. If you are a fan, this is where you want to be looking into your shared retail exclusives and possibly making your way to those particular booths later on when you can find out, we will hopefully find out later on this week, a map about where everybody is going to be truly finding themselves out. We are getting some information about where these booths are getting tracked. So yeah, fingers crossed you can get your hands on these, especially that Pingu. Pingu seems to be a big thing in 2025. There was a Pingu signing, which was interesting. So yeah, who knows? We got Andrew Dickinson. Did Mega City 1 hit development hell? Not heard anything in years. As far as I'm aware, it's still going ahead, but Rebellion did then pivot and put all of their cards on Rogue Trooper, which, as far as I'm aware, we are going to be seeing a Rogue Trooper presence at San Diego Comic-Con. You've got all the hopefully cast, voice cast, and director is going to be showing up, and apparently they're going to be taking over a booth. But no, it's Rogue Trooper is the main focus for Rebellion. So it looks like Mega City 1 was going to be a more an anthology series. They want to push it more onto a single idea, and it is this live action computer generated mocap kind of vibe, which you're going to be seeing for Rogue Trooper. So there we go, Andrew. Right, what else have we got? Yes, some information about a panel which has kind of dropped, which is Toxic Avenger. They've announced when that's going to be happening, and it is going to be in Hall H, and it's on Thursday. Get ready for Mayhem Mutants Mob Justice to be first among the world to dive into the world of Toxic Avenger, the unrated, no-holds-barred reimagining of the cult classic from Troma. Join writer and director Macon Blair, also writer for Marvel Comics. Don't feel at home in this world anymore. If you've seen the trailer, you know that this is somebody who's got a firm hand on the tiller. You've got Lloyd Kaufman, who's going to be on stage, which is good, the iconic Troma co-founder. And then you've got the cast, which is going to be including Peter Dinklage, Elijah Wood, Jacob Tremblay, and Trailer Page going to be appearing on stage. That is Thursday, 24th of July, between 5:30 and 6:30, the Toxic Avenger, unrated and radioactive. So you're going to be seeing clips from the film. You've got swag, limited edition swag for attendees. No idea what that's going to involve. And behind the scenes chaos with the cast and creators. No, I mean, for myself, yeah, Peter Dinklage, Elijah Wood, Jacob Tremblay, that's going to be great. But the fact that you got Lloyd Kaufman causing havoc up on stage in Hall H on Thursday, 5:30, 6:30, confirmed for that panel. Speaking of confirmed panels, we also have a panel which is being announced. Kind of, he's one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm big enough. It's not like they're going to cancel it if I announce some details. And to be honest, this panel sounds brilliant. I'm very much up for the likes of this. It's always been a fascinating panel, the directors on directing panel. But it is Rob Reiner and it is Paul Feig. So the directors of This Is Spinal Tap and Bridesmaids in Hall H with Stephen Weintraub of Collider.com. If we just go into the actual post itself, it might hopefully give us a little bit more details when it's going to be happening. It's just giving us a little bit of I don't think it's going to give us anything else. Let's just reject that. It's going to be, so we don't know when. To be fair, oh no, there it is. Thursday, July 24th at 2:45. It doesn't say when, but for those two, it's going to be a big room. So it's going to be a Hall H thing to see the likes of Rob Reiner and Paul Feig. But here's the thing. I don't think Rob Reiner is just going to show up in San Diego for just this panel. And he has a project barreling down the pipe. They are currently in filming, I believe, for Spinal Tap 2. In other words, if Rob Reiner decides to stick around for the duration of the weekend, or maybe even do something on the Thursday. So Thursday 24th at 2:45. I can imagine this is going to be a Hall H kind of panel. It may be that you'll have a Spinal Tap panel on the Thursday or even on the Friday. That would be awesome. Frankly, that'd be the one that would make me feel very gutted to miss San Diego Comic-Con. Dan Berry, whoa, that would be a huge thing. Spinal Tap concert? Good Lord. Yeah, that would be something absolutely incredible. Andrew Dickinson expecting a 100-foot model this time. No, it's going to be 20 centimeters, and it's going to stay the respectful size of Stonehenge as needs be. Chuck Cook, Devil Horns, absolutely. This sounds great. I mean, I really do hope that there's going to be a Spinal Tap panel. That Spinal Tap panel is definitely on the cards. It's just when now. It depends on whether Rob Reiner is going to stay in town, whether he's going to be, it's just going to be on the day, and then he'll just come in, bring the boys, and then sod off. Who knows? But a Spinal Tap put to that, I didn't even think about that. A Spinal Tap concert at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't believe the words ever would come out of my mouth. But there we go. Thursday, 24th, 2:45, kicking off the whole weekend of fun and games with directors on directing with Rob Reiner and Paul Feig. That is going to be a hell of a session. So there we go. That's what we've got so far. Chuck Cook looks at the Raddy Shell. Yes, do it. Look at the Raddy Shell schedule and see what's been lined up for that, because I mean, when I went last year, it was a hell of a thing. Loads of stuff they put on in the Raddy Shell off the back of San Diego live concerts for animation. It's going to be great. Nothing's been announced for Shell yet, says Andrew Dickinson. But then again, we haven't had the full lineup yet, so who knows? Spinal Tap, man. Whoever's going to San Diego Comic-Con this year, fair play to you, because you may have yourself one hell of a thing to go and see. But there we go. Right. That, I think, is what we're going to talk about for now. I think that's half an hour. I think we're pretty much done. We are going to be back tomorrow, of course. As Andrew has reminded us, we are going to be looking at the panel announcements, and we are going to be live every day throughout the course of this week, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because we are going to be breaking down not only the big rooms, Indigo, Hall H, Ballroom 20, 7ABC. We're also going to be looking at some of the small rooms, and of course those hidden gems, the ones that you really should take a look at, scattered, those dark horses around the course of the convention center. Because for myself, panels are the unsung gem of a convention, and San Diego always goes all out to put out some amazing programming. So this Thursday, you'll be seeing the programming for Thursday, 10th of July, Friday, the 11th of July, Saturday. Oh, no, the other way around. This Thursday for the 24th, this Friday for the 25th, this Saturday for the 26th, this Sunday for the 27th, and then the full kind of breakdown of the panels throughout the course. Don't forget the unofficial blog are doing theirs as well, but they're going to be doing their live streams on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, they're going to be breaking down Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday, they're going to be breaking down whatever they need to do. They're going to do what they need to do, but we're going to be going day by day. So join us, please, 6 o'clock for about half an hour or so. I can imagine for the panel shows is going to be a little bit longer. Please do join us for those. Right then, one last time, we've got another day of this, so you can get the opportunity to take part. It is our opportunity for you to win yourself tickets to go and see Superman this weekend. Basically, we are giving away Fandango codes, so you can choose a screening, choose a location, so long as it's North America, so long as it's a US winner. But we have got ourselves 3 pairs of tickets, and the way that you would win it is you have to be following us on Blue Sky. 3 codes left. You have to follow us on Blue Sky. You have to share this hashtag so we can find it. Superman AEISD, an Englishman in San Diego. Spread the word. Please let anybody who is a huge Superman fan about this competition. We'll do what we can on the socials and spread the word as self. But yes, we've got ourselves those 3 codes, and we are looking for stories, memories, pictures, video. What makes you a Superman superfan? Superman AEISD. What else we got as well? Danbury, Svengo. What on earth is he shared with me now? Oh, yeah, I could do this tomorrow, you know. It's where I go, and everything just falls apart. Thanks for that, Dan. What's this? We've got Andrew Dickinson saying Sunday. Oh, grief, I've just frozen now. Thank you very much indeed, Chrome. Sunday normally on Saturday, though? No, it's not. Sunday's announced on Sunday. I know, because we've done shows in the past. We were about to do an interview, and then 3 minutes before the actual we've gone live, it just dives into the Sunday program. It's Sunday. So, yeah, there we go. Into the Blue Mister. If we had ourselves a panel, yes, I would empty the room, frankly, if they announced that they were going to be doing a Spinal Tap panel, because a Spinal Tap concert. You know, there again, showing of age. I don't know why Dan has shared this with me, because I could have talked about this tomorrow. We could have put a post upon the Convention Collective, but apparently legendary horror show host Sven Gooley will be joined by members of his Sven squad, Sarah Palmer, Scott Grider, and Bill Leaf, and Sven Gooley executive producer Jim Roche. I am going to turn to my American audience here. Who the hell is Sven Gooley? I have no idea who this is. Thanks, Dan. I don't know what this is, but there we go. Me Too. It's going to be taking place. Oh, moderated by Dan DiDeo. Fair play. That's on Saturday, July 26th, from 7:30 to 8:30 in Ballroom 7AB. So, something to wrap up your Saturday once you've enjoyed everything you can out of Hall H or Ballroom 20, wherever. You can head to Ballroom 7AB and have a panel with the debut of Me TV's Sven Gooley and the Sven Squad, which to me sounds like a made-up program. That sounds like that sounds like an Onion page to me. But thank you very much indeed for sharing with that, Dan. Dan Berry, he's like the Dr. Demento of horror TV shows. Who's Dr. Demento? This is where I show my Brit side off now. No idea who Dr. Demento is. Right, there. That's the panel. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, I suspect, but who knows. But we're going to post that on the Convention Collective. Head to theconventioncollective.com. All of the stuff that we kind of talked about today, especially when it comes to the panels that have been announced, do let us know if there's anything that you want us to share, but we are going to be putting it up on theconventioncollective.com. Chuck Cook is going, what? We didn't get Dr. Demento in the UK. We have no idea that. We had Steve Wright. We had our own madcap. We had Kenny Everett. We had our own lunatics on radio and television. Thank you very much indeed. But there you go. Dr. Demento is a legend. Is he the guy that does musical farts? No, that's someone else. That's someone who... no, that's a different doctor, I think. I don't know. Listen, we're going to get off. We're going to come back tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We'll break down some more news if there's any that rocks up, which I guarantee we will, because it is now getting to that point. We are going to be seeing more and more information coming out of San Diego Comic-Con and heading towards, with 15 days to go tomorrow. So yeah, it's getting real. So join us tomorrow for another bite-sized Talking Con, cup of tea with an Englishman in San Diego. As always, hit the hashtag SupermanASID or cup of tea an Englishman in San Diego. Let us know if there's anything that you want to talk about on tomorrow's show, and if there's anything you want us to kind of keep us up to date with, and we'll talk about it on tomorrow's show. I mean, for example, we've got this. Demento is the who first brought Weird Al to a nationwide audience. I knew that, actually, but I just thought I'd wind you up. Kenny Everett forever. All right, take care. We'll see you tomorrow for another one of these as we get more information and more stuff to talk about. San Diego Comic-Con is on its way. It's getting real. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.